Okay, today I'm going to help you with this worksheet on bonding. So there was a PowerPoint that goes along, it's fill in the blank, and then it gets to this part, and I'm going to help you with this. So this is a covalent bond where they're going to equally share the electrons. So first we need to identify how many atoms there are. So the presence of this C, carbon, means that there's one of them. If there were a two, that would be two of them, but its mere presence means there's one. So there won't be a one subscript because its presence tells you that there is one. So if there were, it would look like that. So there's one carbon, and then there are four hydrogens. So there's one carbon, and there are four hydrogens. So total, there are 5 atoms in this chemical compound, which is methane. So whenever we do the bonding, we're going to take our carbon goes in the middle. Because of the periodic table, carbon is in group 4, so I'm going to put its 4 valence electrons here. I'm going to use different colors. Carbon has 4 valence electrons. It wants to have 8 to be happy. So the way that it's going to make 8 is it's going to bond with hydrogen in each of these positions. So hydrogen is going to come along and bond here. A hydrogen is going to come along and bond here, here, as well as here. Hydrogen, because it's in group or the period 1 at the top of the periodic table where there's only those 2, it only holds 2 in its valence. So whenever it shares with carbon, it's sharing both of these. So we need to make sure that they're all happy. So this hydrogen has 2, now sharing 2 electrons. He's happy. This hydrogen was sharing that with carbon. He's happy. Sharing this with carbon. He's happy. Sharing that with carbon. He's happy. Now we want to make sure carbon is happy, and carbon has 8. So it started with 4. It's going to share that one, making it 5. It's going to share that electron, making it 6. It's going to share that one 7, and it's going to share that one 8. So carbon has 8. It's happy. Hydrogen has its 2. They're happy. That is the chemical bond of methane. We're going to jump down here. This is ammonia. There is 1 nitrogen, and there are 3 hydrogens. Therefore, there are a total of 4 atoms that make up methane. We're going to start in the middle. Nitrogen is in group 5. So we're going to put their valence electrons, 5. We can see that there's a lone pair up there, so there's not going to bond up here. So it has 3 it wants to make. So it's going to bond with hydrogen at this position, and at this position. Again, hydrogen only needs 2 to be happy. So it's sharing that with nitrogen, it makes it happy. Sharing that electron makes that happy. Sharing that electron makes it happy. Nitrogen has 2 itself, plus these 2, 4, 6, and 8. Nitrogen is happy. This is a compound I made up completely, and it doesn't work, but we can still see how many atoms there are. There are 2 arsenic with 5 oxygen, so therefore there are 7 electrons. That doesn't work. Here there is 1 phosphorus and 3 chlorine, so therefore there are 4 total atoms. Phosphorus is in group 5, so it has 5 valence electrons. It's going to bond with chlorine. Chlorine is in group 7. Chlorine has 7 valence electrons. So same thing applies. Chlorine wants to have 8, so it has 7, but it's sharing this with phosphorus, making it 8. Again, chlorine has 7. It's going to share that with phosphorus, making it have 8. Chlorine again has 7. It's going to share that with phosphorus, making it 8. So phosphorus has its 5. It's going to share that 6, 7, and 8. They're both happy. We're going to come down here. These are ionic bonds now. So there's 1 sodium and 1 bromine. So there are 2 atoms. Sodium's in group 1, bromine is in group 7. So during a chemical reaction, during that chemical reaction, sodium, the light's going off. During this chemical reaction, sodium is going to donate its electron over here. When it donates something negative, it's going to become positive, a cation. Bromine is going to receive or accept an electron, so it's going to be negative. And it's going to be that positive and negative interaction that's going to allow these to bond together. You have potassium bromide. Again, there's 2. Potassium's in group 1. Bromine is in group 7. When they bond, this electron is going to move over here, making it a cation because it's getting rid of an electron, becoming positive. This is going to accept, become an anion. Sodium chloride, there are 2 atoms, same thing, sodium and chlorine. This electron is going to go over here, making sodium positive, chlorine's negative, and it'll be that magnetic attraction. Sodium fluoride, again, there's 2. Sodium has 1. Fluoride's in group 7. This electron's going to jump over here, making it positive and negative. Hope that helps.